And now I'm going to need a lefty as well. So let's do goalie situation. Like, let's see if we can get a lefty or a righty or a center or something for Rhymes. Yeah, well, that's good. I mean, he goes to Buffalo, he can probably like. So let's see here. This guy has a potential to be an elite goalie. I like that. It's medium potential. Okay. His trade value isn't that great, so I can live with that too. Defenseman. I think they just made some moves, so. Mazzaros, lefty, probably not the guy I'm looking for to save my season. So Carolina, oh, I know Carolina's got a couple good D-man. Falk, Sekera. I would love to have Sekera, but he's also a lefty. Calgary. Weidman's an interesting case. He's a righty. He could take that second line. I wonder what Troy Brody is. Lefty. Darnell, Clefbaum. Jeff Petrie is a righty. He's a defensive guy. He's going to be asking for some money after this year, but if he does well, pay the man. Soda. Spurgeon, he's another young guy. So is Dumba. Spurgeon, Scandella, he's overpaid for. Although, I mean, Scandella, 6 years, that's a guy you can build around. He's a defensive guy, but he's also a lefty. Is Spurgeon a lefty too? No, he's a righty. He's an offensive guy though. This is tough. I mean, I'm looking for like a 1 or 2 guy. I'm looking for that guy who's going to be the future of this franchise. You know, maybe I'm looking in the wrong spot. Maybe I spend the Kessel trade and try to get a top defenseman. Maybe this is where I try to, you know, get a lefty or a righty. You know, get one of those guys, because I don't think I'm going to get a top defenseman with Reimer. And this is basically a free play because I don't really need Reimer. I can go pick somebody else up. So this is probably the situation where I should look for a second left wing, at least until Richie comes in, or a top right guy. And I'm not really seeing a whole lot of good options right now as far as top left and top right guys. This guy has the ability to be an elite player. Hudler, bunch of lefties. Yeah, I'm not touching Semin. No way. That's talk about a contract from hell. San Jose is probably not gonna be able to help me out here. Wayne Simmons, I like Wayne Simmons. He's a young guy. He's signed up for 5 years. I can deal with that. Now, who can I package to make this work? He's going to be my top line guy. It's going to be JVR and Kadri and Simmons. I think that's a pretty solid line. I mean, it's going to be a shutdown line, that's for sure. Let's see. Skaters, Matt. Yeah, I'm going to give him somebody they actually want. Let's see. Yeah, Clarkson. Hey, you want Clarkson? Yeah, there's no way. You're going to tell me to go take a long walk off a short period? Yeah. Ashton, Tyler Biggs. This guy keeps coming up, but really? Okay, I'm giving you 2 guys you want. I'm asking for Wayne Simmons, and you can't help me out here. I'm not gonna have any picks past the 3rd round, but that's okay because those guys don't really. I don't know. I haven't had too much luck with the 7th round guys or whatever. Yeah, okay. Thanks a lot. Yeah, Wayne Simmons. That I like picking him up. I never really thought of him as a top line guy, but that's what he's gonna be. He's gonna be the new Phil Kessel and fill that void. See if he's up for it. Yay! Finally. Alright, so let's evaluate our situation here. So what do we need? If we did like a balance sheet or whatever, we could use another center. Either 3rd or 4th center. That defensive guy. Probably like a 2-way or, you know, power forward or grinder or something along those lines. Because I need a PK guy. I never got that. As far as the left wing goes, I've got JVR, I've got Booth, Winnick, Bodie, all these guys who are like bottom 6 guys, and then I got Richie in the future. So maybe a right wing. It's not a huge priority, but I could or a left wing. Maybe I could use a left wing, like a depth guy for the left, and then on the right, I've still got Kessel, which I don't have to move today, but I would like to. I got Simmons, who they project as a 2nd line guy. I tend to agree, but yeah, I mean, he is a 2nd line guy, but I've got Stahlberg, I've got Fair, I've got Fratton. I mean, I don't really need him as I need him as a top line guy. So maybe I made a bad trade with maybe I can flip Stahlberg or I can flip Fair, or I can have them play on the 3rd and 4th line. Either way, these are all things in play. But the defenseman situation, that is still a big problem because I never got that top D. I got Phaneuf, I got Gardner, so I need that big defenseman. And I've got the guy who can. I've got a guy in Kessel who can get me that top defenseman, but I mean, obviously that's gonna be it's gonna be a big price to pay. So I gotta make sure I get the right guy. I mean, Carlson. He's a big guy. I like John Carlson. Boston, they don't have anybody I really want long term. I'm not going to get Doughty. I'm not going to get Subban. I'm not going to get Weber. The Rangers, they've got a bunch of guys like Girardi and Stahl and stuff. I mean, Stahl is an elite guy, 7 years, 5.5. I like Stahl. I mean, I like McDonough more, but Stahl could be that guy. I mean, I wonder how this. Yeah, I mean, I've still got a little bit of room to go. I'm saving a ton of money. I'm saving 2.5 on this deal. He's a big time guy. Stahl's a really good option. I mean, I wonder if I can get like Shattenkirk or something. Shattenkirk is another guy who big time guy. Victor Hedman? He's a lefty. Yeah, he's a lefty. He's obviously a good option. Cam Hughes. You know, yeah, I keep going back to, I think Mark Stahl could be that guy. He's 27. He's a defensive guy. He's, what's his rating? An 87. He's an elite guy. He's hitting his prime. I don't know. I mean, obviously, I'm giving away a lot more, so I'm gonna have to take a little something. The big question is, he's a lefty too. Man, I mean, I really would like a righty. There's no way. I mean, I would almost be giving up more. I don't know. I can't really tell. And they're both about the same. Let's give. I mean, I can give this a whirl. I mean, 6 years, saving $1.5 million. He's a big time guy. Yeah, they're not gonna go for it. Although that would be a deal worth sweetening. I forget that Hedman's a lefty. Yeah, he's a lefty. John Carlson is a guy in play. He's pretty young, but yeah, I mean. Yeah, Washington can't even take that trade because Kessel's cap is so big. Justin Falk, I don't see it. I don't know if they probably wouldn't give up Cronwall, not to mention he's a spring chicken. Yeah, I mean, I know Bad Weber's. Yeah, I would love. I mean, that would be just ridiculous. Franchise. It's not even elite, just franchise. Yeah. No way they'd go for that. Alright, so we're back to Mark Stahl. And I think that that's a pretty solid deal. Let's just, let me see what else I can do here. I mean, I'm obviously not going to give up a straight up trade like that. No way. Cam Talbot, I want to get something else out of this deal. I just don't know what. Or I should say, yeah, I don't know what I can get from these guys. It's tough because it's like, yeah, I would love to get Derek Brassard, but it's never gonna happen. So I'm going to be looking at a prospect, which is fine. Probably should be looking at a right wing.